Well, joining me now to react, a man who knows about campaigning and a woman who knows about California. Let's bring in Fox News contributor and former Congressman Jason Chaffetz, along with podcast host Jillian Michaels. All right, welcome to you both. Big smiles on your faces. Jillian, I'm coming your way on California. Let's do mayor first, okay? How you feeling about I know the results are preliminary. How you feeling about them?
I mean, listen, I feel pretty friggin' optimistic. You said it yourself. Karen Bass should have walked away with this. She's the incumbent. She's the established Democrat in California, which has twice as many registered Democrats as Republicans. So the fact that Spencer Pratt came this far is a miracle unto itself, and I'm hoping for another one in November.
Okay, so, Jason, I agree with Jillian. It does kind of feel like a political miracle. Now, here's where you get out of fantasy land and you get into the cold reality of politics. Bass has got the machine, the Los Angeles political machine. You've been in politics a long time. You know about those things. Can Pratt overcome that, Jason, or is that a bridge too far for a newcomer like him?
Well, that machine ain't working too well. I got to tell you, to only get a third of the vote is pretty embarrassing. When you're the incumbent, you got unlimited resources. You got the Democratic machine, as you talk about. They're not producing because she ain't producing. It's an embarrassment. She's not raising the kind of money that Pratt is running. The ads have been abysmal. And after you've been in office, you got nothing to point to. I mean, look, first of all, we need to get Jillian Michaels to run for office. That would be a good thing.
Hey,
she's got to buck up and run for something at some point. But here's the other point. What? I got to tell you, you're less than 60% of the vote is counted. It just feels like we're not going to go to the results of this election until, I don't know, you got two Democrats. Well, how can they not count the votes? Come on, California. That's embarrassing, and it looks scandalous.
You know, Jillian, let me ask you about that. Nate Silver, the politics watcher, not a conservative, not a Republican, he says this is the kind of thing you'd expect to see in a failed state. And if I was a voter in California, look, I don't care what side of the aisle I'm on. I'm like, count the stinking votes, Jillian. How do you feel about it as a resident trying to get some sense of what's going to happen here?
Well, you know what's sad? I actually left California because it is a failed state. I expect this of California. It's routine for California. We all knew it was going to go down like this. But fortunately, it seems that the polling has been indicative of the actual results. So I think we can definitely count on this runoff in November. And my fingers are certainly crossed for Spencer and for Los Angeles and for California on the whole.
Yep. Jason, let's go governor's race, okay? Same dynamic, right? You don't have the votes in yet. Steve Hilton looks like he's performing very well. Of course, the whole field consolidates when you get to the final two, and then you've got the problem of Democrat registrations in the state. I ask it again, is this a bridge too far for Hilton, or can he get people who don't normally vote to get out or cross the aisle or something, Jason?
I go back again to the integrity of the vote. You got 46% of the vote, not yet counted. That's an embarrassment. But look, Steve Hilton has a message, and it's resonating. If you want different results, you're going to have to elect different people. Why California? It pats itself on its back because it's so creative and all that. Well, try something new. If you want to do something new, try what Steve Hilton's talking about. They're following in the footsteps of Donald Trump. They're authentic. They're talking common sense, and there's nothing radical in this platform other than let's do common sense things. Let's actually do what we say we're going to do. That seems to be resonating.
Jillian, you reminded me, because I forgot, that you fled the state, okay? So I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you a question. Let's say you got Pratt and Hilton. Okay, the combo of the two in California. Would that ever possibly cause you to reconsider maybe making California your home again?
It could, but I don't want to be Debbie Downer here. There is a huge uphill battle if these guys get into office. In fact, I was having a previous conversation with Sheriff Bianco, who said that he thinks if himself or if he or Hilton makes it into the governor's mansion, they're immediately going to try to recall them. And then you're going to have the pushback from all the judges, and it's going to be a huge, we'll say, battle. Yeah. And so, look, I'm exceptionally hopeful. I'm going to say it again. My fingers are crossed, but I am also a realist and a pragmatist. And I think how this plays out remains to be seen over the course of years, not months.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Even if those guys won, the fight would just be starting, and it'll
be bad.
Jillian,
brutal.
don't go back. We like Jillian too much to encourage her to go back, Brian. Don't do that to her. We
Well,
like
I don't
this
know.
woman.
If you wanted to run for office, what state do you want her to run in? I think California could use her, Jason. That's all I'm saying here.
I'm just saying she runs on principle. Even though I disagree with her on some things, she's exactly the kind of person you want to be in office. I don't care where it is, but we like her too much.
No
Don't go to
argument
Cal.
here. Hey, you guys are great. Thanks for joining me
Huge
tonight.
compliment coming from you guys.
to
Thank
see you
you.
guys. Thank you. All right.
I appreciate my sanity too much, but I'll leave it to better people than myself,
All
like
right.
you, Jason.
All right, you two. You sorted out in the break. I got to go do something else. Good to